Hi, let me get straight to it. I'd like to read again First Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. So this is not uh, talking about a growing process of maturity, but a differentiation between two category, okay, or two different state of a person, a child and an adult. So I mentioned in the earlier clip is about experience and exposure. That's the difference between a child and adult. Adult has experience in life, exposure to many things. So, and in verse 12, for now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I shall know just as I also am known. So, verse 12, as I said in the earlier clip, is about a person. We meet the person that you are known. You cannot be known by an entity, but by a person. Okay, a person. That's what Paul meant. Okay, no Google, big data to predict you, to study you during Paul's time. So he meant a person, Jesus. So it is about the rapture. Now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Christ. We see Christ face to face, and that is the transi. I would, should I call it transition? But there is a change, a dramatic, sharp change between a child and adult, because you are now experiencing Christ exposed to the fullness of Christ. I do hope you get what I mean. I hope I don't have to come back to this again, to version 3.0, to explain to you the rapture, that we will be enraptured by his love in the rapture, because we will see Christ face to face. So no longer we need a revelation from Bible reading. I wouldn't say, I cannot be certain where we no longer need that, but I can be certain. But I can be certain that face-to-face revelation of the Word Himself exceed far beyond any other form of revelation. So, and chapter 14, verse 1, pursue love and desire spiritual gifts, but especially that you may prophesy. So, pursuing love is putting yourself in a position to desire spiritual gifts. And that is first, pursue love first, then desire spiritual gifts, because you'll be motivated by love. Okay, and so I want to talk about pursuing love and desire spiritual gifts and how it is connected. How do I pursue love? And verse 4, he who speaks in a tongue edifies himself, but he who prophesies edifies the church. The word edifies, from the English word edifice, it has to do with a building, and the original Greek word for edify, okay, is oikodome, okay, and it means building. So how do I pursue love? By edifying the church, by building the church. And 1 Corinthians 3, verse 9, for we are God's fellow workers. You are God's field. You are God's building. Same word, edify just now, oikodome, meaning building. So this is the same Greek, the original word, building. For we are God's fellow workers, you are God's field, you are God's building. According to the grace of God, which was given to me as a wise master builder. So, what is the grace of God given to the Apostle Paul as a wise master builder? It is the spiritual gifting. That was what it meant by according to the grace of God which was given to me. The grace of God here was the spiritual gifts that God gave the Apostle Paul to be a wise master builder. Okay, let me read verse 10 again. According to the grace of God, which was given to me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another builds on it. Okay. So, how do we pursue love? We pursue love by edifying the church, by building the church. And let me read again verse 12. 1 Corinthians 14, verse 12. Even so you, since you are zealous for spiritual gifts, let it be for the edification, building, edification of the church that you seek to excel. So we pursue love using spiritual gifts to build the church. And what are the things that will build the church? Okay. And verse 6, 1 Corinthians 14, verse 6. But now, brethren, if I come to you speaking with tongues, what shall I profit you unless I speak to you either by revelation, by knowledge, by prophesying, by teaching? So, to build the church by revelation, by knowledge, by prophesying, by teaching. Hallelujah. And I want to share with you Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 14. And the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord. So this knowledge was not talking about knowledge about the glory of God, but it's a knowledge that is of and from the glory of God. That means this knowledge is revelational. This knowledge is heavenly. So this topic for this clip, how I am going to pursue love. I am going to pursue love by building the church using spiritual gifts that God has given me, and in particular revelational heavenly